All right, world of the internet. We had a little chat, was it a week or 2 weeks ago, about my pro wrestling career. A lot of you understood it. A lot of you got it. It was meant to be an inspiring and motivational, a strong message. Others didn't. So I thought, screw it, man. It's the internet. We can do a follow-up, and that's what we're going to do right now. My name is Simon Miller. This is my weird vlog series, which does change its look pretty much every time you watch a new video, but hopefully that just makes it all the more exciting. And today, yes, we are going to talk about my pro wrestling career. Now, I'll save you some time. All the negative Nancy's in the comments. I know I should just give up and I'm injury prone and I'm disrespectful with the pro wrestling. I get it, man. You're allowed your opinion, and that's cool. But there's no point you saying anything to me because I don't care. We addressed that in the last video. Hopefully, I'll remember to put a card up there now. You can go watch it and we can have an argument about it in there instead. But yes, that's the point. The point about doing anything, be it pro wrestling, dancing, mountain climbing, football, basketball, anything you can think of. Maybe you just want to be a Punch and Judy controller person, you should go and do it. And you should follow your dreams and you should be passionate about your dreams. And if something inside of you is just screaming out for you to go and do it, you should absolutely go and do it. And don't let anyone tell you no. And that goes for those negative Nancy's as well. You can say whatever you want to me, but I'm getting my ass back in that ring, which is what this video is all about. Just so there is a piece of material that people can latch onto to go, oh, he is going back to the ring. Now look, the update with my shoulder injury is nice and simple. It is not. It is something that is going to be need to fix down the line. That seems to be the truth of the matter. However, it has also got to the point where as long as I'm all right with a little bit of uncomfortableness, for lack of a better term, people in the medical profession are happy for me to go and do what I want to do and play it by ear. And given that surgery at this point would take a long ass time, all things considered, I've decided to take things step by step and get my ass back in the ring. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say anything massive. But all I will implore you to do is keep an eye on Defiant Wrestling. That is a cheap plug, but it's the only way I can do it. You can sign up now, subscribe now at Defiant Wrestling, type that into to YouTube. And it will all go up there. As you maybe know, I've been doing the whole GM thing over there with my man General Amin. And, you know, you've got to pay attention to the story. What I will say, to drop a little bit of tidbit to people that do tune on to me here, I was involved in an angle, I will say, and I was so happy with how it went, I was really proud of myself afterwards. I feel like I held up my end of the bargain, and it gave me renewed confidence that I am able to do this. Because as you can imagine, with so long out of the ring, you do start to question, where was I? What was I thinking? Was I any good? How much work did I need? Oh, you know, I'm not nowhere near there, nowhere near a finished article. You can never stop learning, and we hear that all the time, but it's true. But still a lot of tools to get under my belt, but I will leave it at that. In terms of what we're talking about there. But yes, I'm going to get my ass back to wrestling training post-WrestleMania. That's already booked in. We're going to test the waters a little bit, and hopefully soon I'll be coming to a town near you. And I'm excited about it because I think the one thing, there is always good in everything that we do, even if it is being injured after only doing something for 6 months that you've been training it for 2 years and getting a bunch of trolls trying to ruin your life. But there is always good to take from any situation. And what I've kind of learned from this is A, to try and enjoy it as much as I can. You know, getting nervous and being a little bit anxious is good to a certain extent because it means you care and it means you're going to dial in and you're going to be focused. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to take it. You have to take these things seriously too because it's important. But to just have a little bit more fun with it, like I say, to try and enjoy it as much as I can, to come up with more creative ideas, not to... I think before maybe I was playing wrestler a little bit. I mean, I wasn't really because all my reactions were completely instinctive with a giant smile on my face. But it's just taught me a lot. Be that how the wrestling sort of industry operates behind the scenes or how you should, you know, how you yourself should operate, be it in front of a camera or behind it. And I feel like I'm going to go back into it with a lot more confidence. Even at wrestling training, I was thinking about this. Certain things used to intimidate me that I don't think will intimidate me anymore because I realize how fleeting anything can be. You know, when this injury happened, if you don't know, it was a double night with Defiant. It was the Ringmaster tournament on Monday. Had a match. Again, nothing amazing, nothing special, but for me, a huge step forward. Loads of people came up to me afterwards and went, Miller, that was just a really solid wrestling match. And it was really impressive given you've only done a few with my man Nathan Cruz, and shout out to Nathan Cruz. And then on Tuesday, I was back in hospital having my shoulder looked at. You know, that was 24 hours of craziness, like proper highs, proper ups, proper downs, as we know. And yeah, I have taken something from that, even if it's not something I can actually, explain or describe or can just show you. I know that it's in there. I know that I'm just going to have a lot more fun with this, while also still taking it seriously and want to see where it's going to go. I'm going to put more me into it, I guess, put more me into the character, and they always say that's good. And there's no point pretending to be somebody or not. And that's the truth for real life as well, right? It's not just come down to wrestling. I think a lot of people, be it in their jobs or their relationships, when they actually feel confident or capable of acting like themselves, that's where they start to enjoy themselves a little bit more. So I think that's a wonderful lesson to learn. And hopefully it's something I can bring into my real life as well. And I think it will be. Like, ever since I've sort of passed the dreaded 30 mark, they do say sort of in your 20s you're trying to find yourself, and then you get into your 30s and you do, and with that comes a certain amount of confidence and just a self-assuredness that you wouldn't trade for anything. I mean, the example we used on a vlog ages ago was about the fact that I stopped drinking alcohol. For years I was terrified about that. I genuinely terrified about what people were going to think, and now I embrace it. If I go out and someone goes, "Oh, you don't drink," I'm like, "Bro, man, if you're going to give me this, I'll just go home. I got shit I can do. I just don't care." And it's not a bad way I don't care. It's not a mean way. I'm just like, dude, if you think it's weird I don't drink, that's issues that you've got to address. It's nothing to do with me. I've made my life choices. I'm going to tick along. That was not the Simon Miller of 10 years ago. And you do have to go through certain things. And this time, what I've gone through is just that. It's exactly the same kind of thing. It's realizing, just realized there's crazy shadows in this room. I just looked at the bit. I don't know where they've come from. Well, we'll have crazy shadows. But yeah, it just made me realize that's the way you got to be in all walks of life. You got to throw yourself into things. You got to enjoy it as much as possible. You got to ignore that negativity. This is the internet over here. There's so much negativity over here. You just got to ignore it. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's people behind their keyboards just reacting to nothingness when really they should be going out there and trying to find their own experiences. You don't have to do that. I know we're repeating ourselves, but you can do whatever the hell it is. Where are these? I'm going to fix it. You give me 1 sec. There we go. Fix. See, look, magic of lights are weird, man. They somehow bounce off the walls. Anyway. And I don't think anybody has to go and do anything. But, if you're spending most of your time just ragging on other people, I think something has gone wrong. But yeah, there's the headlines. Let's do it. Miller returning to a wrestling ring near you. Maybe it will go really well. Maybe I'll feel on my ass again. Maybe I'll get back to a point where I'm in a position for these assholes to rise up and come at me. But as The Rock used to say, just bring it, man. I don't care. Because I don't want to be the guy at 75 years old, if I make it there. And let's face it, life is a crazy roller coaster. You never know. But I don't want to be the guy at 75 years old looking back and going, "Oh, I should have tried X, Y, or Z, but I didn't because, Ninja 422 said I'm a bald idiot that can't throw clotheslines." True! It's true, but I'll get better. I can't grow my hair back to the bald thing, we'll say. But if I watch and know I can't throw a clothes on, I'll work on it, I'll train, I'll get better and better. And maybe I'll never be good as someone like Stan Hansen, but I'll give it my all, and my body and my brain and my life in general would reward me of that because I put myself out there and I challenge myself. Just want to make apparent, you don't have to challenge yourself. If you don't want to and you just want to enjoy your 9 to 5, go home, watch Netflix, have some food, get up, do it again, that rocks too. You've got to do what works for you. What we don't need is negativity. And the negativity, as far as I'm concerned, is just noise in the background. So yeah, I'm coming back to pro wrestling. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I missed it more than I realized. Like I say, the thing I got involved with over the weekend, going to keep it as sporadic and teasy form as much as possible. Just reminded me, man, this is what I want to do. Like I say, I don't like this, "Oh, well, I did that. Loads of wrestlers put time in. But just to give you an idea of how much I love it, I drove 6 hours there and I drove 6 hours back in the same day. I got in at like 5 in the morning, but I'd do it again. I hope I will do it again in a few weeks. And hopefully, some of the places that have me booked will have me back as soon as I get to that place. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm a better person for doing that, but I'm just saying I was happy to put in all those hours, and at no point now as I'm sitting here talking to you do I regret it, because there are no regrets. It was just awesome, and I'm so happy that I threw myself into this, and in a way, I wouldn't say I'm happy that I got injured, but I'm happy I was able to take something from it. But yeah, I will be returning to wrestling. Your support is always appreciated. Thank you to everybody who always reaches out on Twitter at Simon316. And again, keep your eye out on YouTube. Keep your eye out for your local wrestling promotion. Hopefully one day I get over to America as well. Maybe an American promoter. Get in touch. You can go to my Twitter at Simon316. All my booking info is in my Twitter bio. And that's that. So yeah, if you're thinking about leaving a negative comment, be my guest. But again, water off a duck's back. If you think of leaving a positive comment, even if I don't reply, know that I see every single one and they genuinely put a smile on my face. And this train is just starting. No matter what happens, maybe I get injured again. Maybe I won't. You don't know. You can't live your life like that. You can't live your life worrying about what may happen. You just got to live in the now, live in the be. Realize these are the things that you enjoy and try and get better and just try and climb the ladder and see what's at the top. Maybe there's nothing at the top. Maybe you get to the top and realize, man, what I had at the bottom is what I wanted all to begin with. But that's fine too. That one of the best things to do is put a tick next to something or put a line through it and go, that wasn't for me. Sorry about the lighting at the start of this video. I already know it's going to look weird, but hey ho, we address it. Have lovely days, and I'll see you again very soon.